Yeah, so at Daily Hunt, we are solving one big, large unmet need, which is serving Bharat and not really India. Our audience consists of right now around 275 million monthly active users who access the app. It's a media company or a digital media app where we started as a news aggregator but have moved on from being an aggregator to a curator to a creator of content across 15 different regional languages, 70% of whom all the users access it from 95% of the PIN codes or zip codes in Bharat, which is about 21,000 zip codes, right? So I think we came together, my partner and I, in order to do this with one romantic dream, which is if you look around the world, in markets where the duopoly of Google and Facebook operate, there is no large multi-billion-dollar digital media asset anywhere, barring China, where Google and Facebook don't operate, right? And so how do you go out and create a large multi-billion-dollar business with real revenue in a market where the duopoly dominate 90% of the complete advertising spend? And I'm a culprit to that because I ran Facebook for a couple of years as well, so I kind of know that journey. And so that brought us together. And the last 12 months is what we've seen as blitzscaling growth. We went from like a 30 million MAU base to 275 million. The time spent per user, which is the daily active user to the monthly active user, the ratio rose from 10% to 40%. And the revenue now is at a $100 million run rate by the end of this year, right? And so
vast majority of my market has actually always been international. So more than 80 to 95%, in fact 98% for one of my companies of our revenues come from outside India. So for us, India has been actually my home base. I mean, we have a lot of our engineering and product talent there, but a vast majority of the sort of audience is outside. But I'll also probably talk about 3 points. And this is something that I kind of use as an acronym, both with my team and outside in conversations, which is, well, it's TAP. So talent, alignment, and prioritization. So hire the best talent. Make sure they're all aligned towards the same goals and objectives, and make sure they can pick the highest priority initiatives that will actually make an impact and cut everything else out. To me, that's kind of the fundamental formula for success within our organization.
A couple of times we talked about talent. I think you talked about talent in your acronym there. I think you spoke about talent in the fact that, you know, it's a nation of problem solvers. What can we do to increase the ability of getting talent to your organizations? What are the things that government needs to do or society needs to do to really excel that? Because that seems to be a really critical component here.
Thank you.
Sorry.
This is actually a very key priority for the Modi government. In fact, as we were discussing priorities for the new session, this came up as one of the key ones, saying that we have to make talent our competitive advantage. As you know, today India has a set STEM surplus, right, when it comes to STEM talent. But we do realize, and the government realized, that the STEM talent is different from the digital talent. And we can't be complacent. We have to ensure we invest to convert it, and we keep that advantage growing. We know that that's what's going to differentiate us from the world, not technology, right? In fact, there's a huge initiative called Future Skills, which NASSCOM is the national partner for the government that we're running to drive this entire. Our goal is, the government's goal is really to train 2 million of the 4 million workforce in 4 years. And it's just scaling out pretty phenomenally.
Go ahead.